Adelphia 8's presentation of championship wrestling today at Brick Memorial High School, home of the state Group 3 wrestling champions. We have Mickey Dietz and Dean Perry bringing you all the action. Dean, what are you looking for this afternoon?
Certainly a lot of good bouts today. 10 undefeated wrestlers go at it. 9 number 1 seeds as undefeateds. And the best match of the day will probably be at 160 between Brian Muir of Toms River North and state runner-up at 140 last year, Kurt Pellegrino. They met earlier this year. Muir won 10-6. So it will be a rematch and should be a fierce bout.
We have a couple rematches of district finals that occurred last weekend as well. We start off at 103 pounds.
That's right. Ken Karp goes against Terrence Clendenin once again, 4th time this year. Karp won the district title on an injury default, so we'll see if Clendenin has the energy to come back and get a regional championship.
One highlight is 13 of the top 14 seeds have made it to the finals. Included in those 3 seeds are district state runners Brian Muir at 160, Damian Hahn at 189, and who's our third? Mark Worthy, a returning state champ at 140 pounds.
Certainly you'll see a lot of marquee wrestlers today. As we move up into the tournament, obviously you wrestle tougher wrestlers, and we'll see if they're up to the challenge before they move on to Red Bank for the Super Regionals, and then ultimately to Atlantic City for the state championship.
Okay, we're glad to have the opportunity to present this championship match to our viewers in Adelphia 8, and we'll be back with the action right away. £112, senior Vidi Pedalino, 27-0 from Toms River East versus sophomore John Hocking from Middletown North with a 20-2 record.
Champion at 3rd place in Region 6 last year from Toms River East, Vidi Pedalino. His opponent.
Now wrestling at 119 pounds, we'll have Bob Seidel from Wall Township, 28-0 record. We'll be wrestling freshman Doug Stanley, 27-2 from Jackson Township.
In the 119-pound weight class, a senior with a 27-0 record this year and a career record of 109-15. He's a 3-time District 23 champion. He placed 3rd in Region 6 as a sophomore and 2nd as a junior. He finished 4th in the state last year from Wall Township, Rob Seidel.
Okay, we at 119 again. There's Rob Seidel. Be wrestling Douglas Stanley.
21 champion and outstanding wrestler from Jackson, freshman Douglas Stanley.
Douglas Stanley is one of 2 freshmen that are in the finals this afternoon.
In the 125-pound weight class, a junior, 27-1 this year. 75-11 for his career. He's a 2-time District 23 champ and a 3rd place finisher in Region 6 last year. From Point Pleasant Borough, Jeff Beverly.
Now wrestling at 125, we'll have Jeff Beverly, a senior from Point Pleasant Borough, 27-1 record. He's going to be wrestling a junior, Gary Jones from Southern Regional, who's 24-5 this season.
Gary Jones.
At 130 pounds, 2-time state runner-up, Dave Santamaria, senior from Christian Brothers Academy. He's 29-0. He'll be wrestling Frank Edgar, sophomore from Toms River East, with a 24-4 record.
His opponent, a sophomore, 24-4 this year, a District 24 champ from Toms River East, Frankie Edgar.
At 135 pounds, top-seeded Blair Tugman, a senior from Middletown South, who's 23-0. He'll be wrestling freshman Steve Whitby, 26-3 from Lacey Township.
Freshman, 2nd last year, and he placed 3rd in the state last year, Blair Tugman. His opponent, a freshman, 26-3 this year, a District 24 champ from Lacey Township, Steve Whitby.
And at 140 pounds, returning state champion, state place winner, junior Mark Worthy from Central Regional. He's currently 31-0. He'll be wrestling a junior, Nick Catone, from Brick Memorial with a 27-2 record.
At 125 pounds and won the state championship as a freshman, Mark Worthy. His opponent, a junior from Brick Memorial. He's 24-2 this year, 64-23 career record. He won District 23. He placed fourth in the Region 6 the last 2 years. Nick Catone.
And at 145 pounds, junior Dennis Whitby, 28-0. He was second in the region last year. He'll be wrestling a senior, Dave Price, from Brick Township High School, 21-2 record.
From Lacey, Dennis Whitby. His opponent, a junior from Brick Township, District 23 champion, 24-2 this year, 57-6 career record, Dave Price.
At 152 pounds, senior Jake Carnes, 20-0 on his senior year. He sat out last year's regionals with an injury. He'll be wrestling George Miller from Long Branch with a 23-5 record.
His opponent, 23-5 this year, a District 23 champ last year, came in as a third place finisher this year, a senior from Long Branch, George Miller.
At 160 pounds, from Toms River North High School, Brian Muir is a senior with a 29-0 record. He was second in the region last year, and he was a sixth placer last year. He'll be wrestling Kurt Pellegrino, a senior from Point Pleasant Borough, currently with a 22 record. He was second in the state last year.
His opponent, a senior from Point Borough, 22-1 this year, 90-19 career record. He's a District 23 champ and a defending Region 6 champ. He placed second in the States last year, Kurt Pellegrino.
Wrestling at 171 pounds, it'll be Rich Gildner, senior from Southern Regional, 26-2 record. He was fourth in the state last year at 189. He'll be wrestling senior John Fitzgibbons from Lacey Township, 27-3 record. And this is a rematch of last week's District 24 final.
27-3 this year, 67-24 career record. Second in District 24, John Fitzgibbons.
And wrestling at 189 pounds, we'll have defending state champion Damian Hahn. He's a junior from Lakewood High School with a 30-0 record. He'll be wrestling a senior from Toms River East, Anthony Genex, currently with a 26-3 record.
Champ at 189 pounds from Lakewood, Damian Hahn. His opponent, a senior from Toms River East, 25-3 this year, third in District 24, Anthony Genex.
At 215 pounds, senior from Point Pleasant Borough, Eamon O'Neill. He's 26-1 record. He'll be wrestling Frank Sabatino from St. John Vianney High School, who currently is undefeated with a 30-0 record.
His opponent, a senior from St. John Vianney, 30-0 this year, 87-15 career record. He's a two-time District 21 champ, fourth in Region 6 last year, Frank Sabatino.
And wrestling at 275 pounds, Sean Schaefer from Long Branch High School. He's a senior. He's 23-4. He's going to be wrestling Thor Mahon, 25-1 from Point Beach High School. And again, this is a rematch of last week's heavyweight finals in District 23.
He's a two-time District 23 champ, Thor Mahon.
Okay, we have a capacity crowd of 3,000 people here. It's great for Ocean County Wrestling having the regionals back here.
I was going to say, yesterday I walked in before the quarterfinals and the place was packed 15 minutes before the matches even started. And today it was even more of a capacity crowd because all the bleachers are out right behind us. So definitely a capacity crowd of 3,000. You can feel the tension in this building, a lot of applause. And I guess we're all ready to go for the Region 6 championships.
Okay, we'll be wrestling at 103 pounds to start. Senior Kevin Karp, currently top seeded.
Coming in on the right side, we got Kevin Karp from Southern
He'll be wrestling sophomore Terrence Clendenin, a sophomore from Toms River North. This is the 4th match of these wrestlers this year.
And Karp has won 2 of them, one of them last week, winning the District 24 championship by an injury default. Karp got here by defeating Navoya of Long Branch in the quarters, and then defeating Rob Jimenez of Brick Memorial. And Clendenin had to win 3 matches by beating Ponce of Red Bank Catholic and Weindorf of Homedale, and then beat Boss in the semifinals earlier today.
All 3 of their matches have been decided on the feet, with Karp having the edge in takedowns. He's got a really strong arm drag. He hits it on both sides, and he was leading at the time of Clendenin's injury last week in the finals.
When you get to this level, it's how well you do on your feet. You're not wrestling for your team anymore, so you don't have to worry about getting a pin. So you just have to worry about getting points and defeating your opponent straight up.
Coming into the final, Karp's 27-2, Clendenin's 28-3. Both wrestlers are kind of wrestling at the best weight class for them this year. Last year, Clendenin was a light 103-pounder, weighing about 93 pounds. Karp was forced to wrestle up to 112 with the presence of Tuan No, a senior who graduated last year for Southern.
Both at their ideal weights, and both will be wrestling for a Region 6 championship.
Karp was 3rd in the opening day Southern Invitational at this weight class when he did have his first loss against Clendenin. Then he placed 1st in the Governor Mifflin tournament in Pennsylvania. Clendenin's won both the Southern Invitational and the Hawk tournament at Christmas time this year.
Both wrestlers feeling each other out a little bit. Clendenin more the counter on that series. And the clock starts.
We have a little break in the action right now, a little bloody nose.
And Rob Jimenez will be going to the States as he defeated Tim Boss 13-9 in the consolation match. Rob Jimenez from Brick Memorial, Tim Boss from Wall.
Jimenez has had an outstanding freshman year. You can't ask too much for a freshman to go out on the mat first for leading a Brick Memorial team. It's a lot of pressure, a lot of responsibility. He was able to get him off to a great start, especially through the state tournament.
And he did wrestle well against Karp. Karp just the experienced wrestler, and that's why he's in the final. But we'll be hearing a lot from Rob Jimenez.
Well, that was a rematch too. They had faced each other twice this year, with Jimenez winning the first match. And then in the short conference finals, the team tournament, Karp was able to avenge that loss.
And also it was a turnaround as Southern Regional won their back-to-back short conference championship. Clendenin, one of 2 Toms River North wrestlers in the finals. Brian Muir, the other one, at 160. We mentioned that at the top. That will be a marquee matchup. Many feel that is the marquee matchup of this Region 6 championship.
Okay, we're returning to action. There's 51 seconds left in the first period. The score is 0-0.
Fellas, you gotta find a seat upstairs.
I think Clendenin's a little wary of that arm drag. Low single shot by Karp. He's trying to switch to a double. If he can elevate and trip, he gets 2.
Executed
With
it
23
nicely.
seconds
He
left,
set up
he scored.
Clendenin. Was trying to shoot in, then just went with his great speed Karp has. He went right for that low single and he got it.
He switched off to a double nicely and was able to follow through. He should carry a 2-0 lead into the second period. He's been very effective with his legs too. He gets those 2 points on the takedown, the legs come right in.
Very tough on the bottom. If you can't get out of those legs, it can be very painful.
It's going to be Clendenin's choice, and he's going to choose down.
John Stout, please come to the head table. John Stout.
Short sit by Clendenin. He may be able to break free on this. Karp covering nicely, spins behind. Clendenin trying to block the legs coming in.
Karp will have to try to go for a fall, otherwise he'll be called for stalling. Now he put those legs in once again.
And we have a stalemate called. Karp stepping through, lifting Clendenin, trying to throw enough a half.
That was good. If he had sunk that half Nelson in there, he had an opportunity to turn him, but he did not get it in deep enough.
Clendenin does catch the leg coming in. Karp will try to figure for scissors. Power half attempt working. He's got 1 minute left, second period. Stalemate called. We've got 1 minute left, second period. Karp's ahead 2-0. Again, Clendenin trying to step out. He should be able to block out, gets one, scores 2-1, 50 seconds left, second period.
Clendenin finally reacts out of the defensive position and gets the escape.
That was a fair bit of riding that Karp did. In the past, he's been content to let Clendenin up and just work strictly on his feet. Front headlock position by Clendenin. There's 30 seconds left. Karp again in on a single. Clendenin extending him. Karp may try to switch this off. He's going to come up for a double again. Bring him down with control. There's 20 seconds left. Want to work back towards the center. He's got to cover the legs. There's 10 seconds left. He's got to tilt Clendenin down. He may not get the two here unless Clendenin gives up that arm. And no takedown.
Close to a takedown for Karp.
Clendenin kept control of one of Karp's hands. Coach Jerry Tabacino arguing viciously over there.
Yeah, the hand control is what made the score stay 2-1 in favor of Ken Karp.
Clendenin's taking a little bit more blood time here. It'll be Karp's choice now in the third period.
Odds are he'll take the defensive position.
I haven't seen anyone hold him down all year. We have to see this. Thanks.
So 2-1 Karp in front.
We mentioned the coach of Southern, Jerry Tabacino, who's done a tremendous job building their program. He's top heavy with seniors this year. Half the team will be graduating. On the other side of the mat, we have Chris Curtis from Toms River North, who's gotten their team back into a little bit of a rebuilding mode. They picked up some more victories this year and a couple young individuals that did well.
Will be interesting to see if Tabacino can fill some of those holes, especially left by the upper weights who are senior laden.
Okay, Karp starts third period down. He's getting hand control. And Clendenin able to break him back down.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, after the 112-pound bout, we'll give out the awards for this weight class, and we'll follow thereof. And then we'll give about a 1 or 2 minute window if you want to come in and take a shot of your boy.
Okay, Karp standing up, getting hand control, but they're out of bounds again.
We've got the stand down here, so we'll hit the boys
Looks
up.
like Clendenin will let Karp up.
All champions also stay dressed for a team.
Okay, Clendenin's going to give up a freestyle start, gives Karp a point, score 3-1, 1:35 left, last period. Clendenin in on a single, on the edge of the mat.
Now, Talking Karp scored a neutral, so the score now is 3-1 Karp.
One of the few times Clendenin going in for the offensive move.
There's 1:20 left, third period. Clendenin shooting in, Karp extending him. Shrugs behind, circles, gets 2, legs are in. 1 minute left, makes the score 5-1 with a second takedown.
Combination of Clendenin losing his base and Karp with good speed to spin around.
Snap behind, control the head. Stalemate again call. We have 50 seconds left. Karp leads 5-1. Short sit attempt by Clendenin. Karp covering with underhooks, spinning.
Clendenin trying to see if he can get Karp's head.
Could be warned for stalling against Karp. He's just following. He's not really trying to break Clendenin down.
Yeah, she must be working for the fall. In that sequence, he was just following Clendenin's sit-outs and not using any offensive maneuvers.
Again, in double leg position. Karp has to bring him down safely and make an effort to bring him down. Potentially dangerous. 25 seconds left.
Little deja vu there. He did that in the second period. But in that situation, it was a neutral position and was unable to finish off a takedown.
Good quick reverse by Clendenin, catches Karp off guard. Makes the score 5-3. Karp relaxed. He didn't realize Clendenin let him go. Clendenin tackled him back down.
Almost cost.
He never faced his opponent. The escape was not given. Clendenin's losing 5-3 with 19 seconds left.
Clendenin obviously looking for a quick escape and a quick takedown.
Lets Karp go. Space between them. Karp, nice duck on the edge. Stays aggressive. He leads 6-3 with 11 seconds left. Warning against Karp for backing up, makes the score 6-4 with 6 seconds left in the match. Again, warned for backing up. 6-5 with 3 seconds left. He locks up. Karp wins his first regional championship in his senior year, 6-5 over Terence Clendenin.
Basically hanging on at the end. Clendenin was basically shooting in, and Karp just had to react and kept going backwards, but the ref was not buying it.
Now wrestling at 112 pounds, top-seeded Vinny Petalino, senior from Toms River East, first in the Neptune Classic, first in the Middletown South Classic, third in the region here last year. Made it to the state quarterfinals last year. He's going to be wrestling John Hawken, third seed from Middletown North, a sophomore who was second in the Middletown South tournament. Hawken was third in the regions last year.
Rob Jimenez, please report to the stand.
Petalino trying to shrug that arm by. He just has to get by that right arm, and he has the takedown.
Hawken just holding on here.
He's trying to stay square, Hawking is.
Both these wrestlers placed third in the region last year. Hawken was down at 103. Petalino stayed at 112. Officiating this match are Ed Tonneson and Dan Lee. Our other officials for this evening are Doug Erbeg and Joe Nipper. Petalino spins behind for 2, scores 2-0 with 1:15 left.
Basically a snap down, go behind. That was nothing major. Petalino got here by beating Gaeta from Manalapan and Scott Goldberg from Brick Memorial. And Hawken got here by beating Sal Pietro of Monsignor Donovan and Whitaker, Ed Whitaker of Howell. And Whitaker won the consolation bout, so he'll be going to the States by beating Scott Goldberg.
Okay, both wrestlers locking up on a leg. Tonneson calls potentially dangerous. We have 37 seconds left, first period. Petalino winning 2-0.
This is the first of 10 undefeated wrestlers. Vinny Petalino, 27-0.
Hawken just holding on to the leg. Petalino sitting on the outside. Not too much going on. We're inside of 10 seconds.
Okay, the score after the first period, Vinny Petalino leads 2-0. Johnny Hawken defers, and Vinny chooses the down position.
Petalino's going to start the second period down. Hawken is only one of 2 finalists coming out of District 22. Of the 28 wrestlers in the finals this afternoon, Ocean County accounts for 22 of the finalists. Monmouth has 6. Warning against Petalino for stalling on bottom.
He's not really doing much. Now he finally gets hand control and tries to break out. Now going for a near side cradle.
Short sit, trying to spin behind Hawken, out in bow and arrow position. Coach urging him to just get the 2 and not try to lock up a cradle from there, get control first. Hawken just holding on to that arm. Still hasn't given up control yet.
Has not even been awarded a point yet. Now he has.
1 point to Petalino for his escape. 59 seconds left, second period. Makes the score 3-0, Petalino.
The score is now Petalino 3-0.
Petalino trying to post that knee. Another stalemate.
The announcer for today's tournament is retired coach Bill Savage from Pinelands Regional.
Certainly interesting as a PA announcer, I must say.
Adds a certain personal touch and flair to his work. I really want to thank the athletic director of the Brick Township Schools, Mike Rich, on such short notice, allowing us to come in and film this.
Hawken trying to hop over Petalino.
12 seconds left, still no score here.
Petalino trying to scoot his hips.
He's got the leg in, he should be able to get control. He does get 2 with 3 seconds left, making the score 5-0.
On the buzzer.
Head coach Warren Reed.
Hawken 0 after 2 periods.
Warren Reed has 3 wrestlers in the finals. Vinny Petalino is the favorite out of the 3. Now Petalino does have a stall, so he has to watch himself.
Hawken short sits, tripods out, trying to front Petalino. Petalino just has a little bit more leverage, a little bit more length to cover Hawken's moves.
Stalemate.
Stalemate called. We have 1:30 left, scores 5-0, Petalino. Hawken on a switch attempt, re-switch by Petalino.
Good reaction by Petalino. Saw the switch coming and decided to re-switch.
Another stalemate called. Hawken just doesn't seem to know what to do. He's getting a leg, he's just locking up. Petalino's not able to do anything aggressively either.
Yeah, Hawkins not finishing off any moves. He's attempting a move, but he's unable to finish it off.
Warning against Petalino. Stalling gives Hawken a point, scores 5-1.
1 point Hawken.
We'll see if Petalino lets him up. He has the stalling against him.
He's been effective riding him on top. With 50 seconds left, he may be content to just try to do that. Hawken can be dangerous on his feet.
Now Petalino trying a tilt there, but unable to do so. Now he's got a leg in.
Near side hip throw by Hawken. Petalino's into a split scissors. Hawken may cover if he can.
Petalino able to shift his weight back.
25 seconds left. 5-1 Petalino.
Stalemate's called. See, now that time, Petalino is trying to go for the fall. So he won't get called for stalling. He was almost at back points, was unable to hold Hawken in the position, the near fall position.
Short sit attempt by Hawken, trying to front Petalino. Short drag, he may be able to spin behind and get two. Petalino able to cover. Hawken tries a throw at the buzzer. Vinny Petalino wins the regional championship by a score of 5-1 over John Hawken from Middletown North.
103 set to the stand, please.
And we'll have the medal ceremonies for the 103-pound weight class.
Now for our 1998 Region 6 place winners at 103 pounds, presenting the awards will be Scott Lipson from Lakewood, a former District 24 and Region 6 champion and 1989 state place winner.
And Ken
In
Karp,
third place from Brick
the
Memorial, Rob
region champ.
Jimenez.
Terrence Glendenin, the second place winner, and
In second
Rob
place,
Jimenez, the third place winner. Those three will be off to Red Bank next
1998
week.
Region 6 champion at 103 pounds from Southern Regional, Kevin Clark.
Karp with a 6-5 win over Terrence Glendenin for the region championship. And now we're ready for the 119 match.
And wrestling at 119, Rob Seidel, senior from Wall Township, 4th in the state last year, 2nd in the region last year. He's won the Southern Invitational. He won the Middletown South Tournament. Currently his record is 28-0. He's wrestling freshman Doug Stanley from Jackson Township, 27-2 record. Stanley was 3rd in the Middletown South Tournament, won the Petty Christmas Tournament.
From Wall, Rob Seidel.
Was outstanding wrestler in District 21 last week as a freshman. Kind of the end of an era and the beginning of a new one.
Interesting article in the Asbury Park Press on Doug Stanley, written by Fred Siegel. Good article. If you're a wrestling fan, you should read it.
Doug's father was very instrumental in getting youth wrestling started in the Freehold area and Jackson area. Passed away 6 or 7 years ago. Out of bounds, no control.
Seidel almost getting the takedown there, but Stanley gets out of bounds, and they will start once again in a neutral position.
Towards the end of the season, Seidel was able to win his 100th career victory to join the Elite Century Club. Something tells me Stanley will probably join that club by the time he's a senior. Headlock attempt by Stanley. Seidel covers, inside trip, hip toss. Seidel throws Stanley to his back. He's getting a back count. And gains a fall at 59 seconds of the first period to win his first regional championship. Both men attempting headlocks. Seidel elevated hip toss. Stanley landed straight on his head, flat on his back.
countered the big move with a big move himself, Seidel did, and caught with Stanley and wins the Region 6 championship. And now we'll go to the 112 weight class medal ceremonies.
Presenting the award is the 112-pound weight class, the Vinny Santinello, former Brick Memorial wrestler.
Ed Whitaker from Howell Township picks up the third place medal. And then John Hawken from Middletown North picks up the second place medal. And Vinny Padalino from Toms River East with a 5-1 win over Hawken picks up a Region 6 championship.
In third place from Howell, Ed Whitaker. In second place from Middletown North, John Hawken. And the 1998 Region 6 champion at 112 pounds from Toms River East, Vinny Padalino.
The fans really appreciated the technique on that fall. That hip throw was perfectly executed.
It was a good counter off a power move by Whit Stanley. And Seidel showing his experience. He kept his weight back on Whit Stanley's attempt and then caught Whit Stanley.
We're going to be heading into the 125-pound weight class. Top-seeded Jeff Beverly coming in. He won the Brick Memorial Christmas Tournament. He was first in the Caldwell Tournament. Currently has a 27-1 record. He was third in the regions last year. He's a senior. He'll be wrestling Gary Jones, a junior out of Southern Regional. Jones was third in the Governor Mifflin, third in the Southern Tournament. Currently has a 24-5 record.
At the 119 class, PJ Morelli won the consolation bout over Ryan Corbett 12-2. So PJ Morelli qualifies for the state tournament.
Beverly's only loss this year was Tamika Khan, defending state champ from Eastern Regional early on in January.
Beverly had a scare in the semifinals as Lazewski from Manalapan had a 10-9 lead, and then Beverly had to get 3 points at the end and escape, and then a takedown to get the 12-10 victory in the semifinals. Gary Jones needed overtime to win his match over Cho. Roy Cho from Freehold Township.
High crotch attempt by Beverly. He's going to try to dump Jones to his back, switch to a double, try to duck up behind. Gets two. Jones stepping over, trying to reverse out. He may get one here with the whizzer in.
Take down 1 point Jones.
Scores 2-1, 1 minute left, first period.
Beverly's been a little sloppy in this tournament. As I mentioned before, the last match he had in the semifinals, he got the 12-10 win, but was almost caught as he was on his back in the third period, but was able to fight off, get out, get the escape, and got the 2 points for the victory.
Again, Beverly in on a single, high single, trying to lift the leg and trip.
That's the best way to do it. Get as high as you can on that leg.
Jones tried to hit a switch coming down.
2 points, Beverly, takedown.
2 points for Beverly, 28 seconds left, first period. Beverly's got to move up. He's got a 5-second count to hang down there. Jones trying to hit a power switch. We're at 10 seconds left. Stalemate, 1 second left.
Roy Cho from Freehold Township won the consolation match 9-7 in overtime over Mike Lazewski of Manalapan. So Cho will go to the state tournament. So
Beverly's choice, he defers.
Jones chooses a down position.
Jones will take defense to start second period.
Beverly up 4-1.
Jones gets one, 4-2.
Neutral Jones scores now 4-2.
1:30 left, second period.
Beverly, the District 23 champion. Jones, the District 24 champion. Jones, a 2 seed. Beverly, a 1 seed.
Stalemate called. Dan Lee wants the action to continue. High crotch attempt by Jones. Beverly trying to scoot through, throwing a leg. If Jones can stay low, cover his hips, he could pick up 2 here and tie the match. Like to lift, turn Beverly to his back. And he forces Beverly to give it up. Got cradle, Beverly stands through.
Jones had a deep single, but unable to finish it off.
Beverly counters out, quarter Nelson, no points given. Just when Jones thought he had it, Beverly was able to scoot out.
Hip positioning, very important.
Single attempt by Beverly. 10 seconds left. Jones does not want to give up 2 at the end of the period. And we'll enter the third period. Jeff Beverly holds a 4-2 lead over Gary Jones in Southern Regional. Jones content to give up a point, makes the score of 5-2. Again, high crotch attempt. Tries to shrug Beverly by, Beverly covers. .120 left, third period. We'll get a fresh start out of bounds. Beverly ahead 5-2, 1:17 left. Beverly in a high single, trying to trip Jones back down. He'll cover for 2, makes the score 7-2.
Beverly waited for Jones to shoot in, and then he countered himself. So a 7-2 lead for Beverly, and he's 47 seconds away from a Region 6 championship.
He's going to give up a freestyle start, makes the score 7-3, feels confident on his feet. He did win a match in overtime against Jones earlier this year, 5-3. 35 seconds.
Beverly wrestling a lot better than he did in the semifinal.
Trip attempt by Jones, Beverly covers, should get 2 here. Jones still holding the leg. Beverly scoots behind, makes the score 9-3 at the buzzer. Jeff Beverly, Point Pleasant Borough, wins a regional championship over Gary Jones.
Jeff Beverly. Jeff would like to thank his mother for all his athletic talents.
So Beverly, a lot better on his feet this time around, picks up a 9-3 win and earns himself a Region 6 championship and a bye in the first round of the state tournament. All region champs will get a bye in the state tournament.
And we'll be heading to the medal stand for 119 pounds.
Perry Albanese, former Brick Memorial wrestler, two-time district champ and region champ.
And PJ Morelli from Lacey Township is the third place winner.
Third place from Lacey Township, PJ Morelli.
And then Dougwood Stanley from Jackson Township picks up the second place medal. And Rob Seidel, the Region 6 champion from Wall.
Region 6, 119-pound champion from Wall Township, Rob Seidel.
And now wrestling at 130 pounds, top-seeded Dave Santamaria from Christian Brothers Academy. He's a senior. He's currently 29-0. Last 2 years placed second in the state, going after his first state championship this year, ranked first in the state all year. He won the Hawk Classic. He won the Colt Christmas Tournament. He's going to be wrestling sophomore Frankie Edgar from Toms River East. Edgar is currently 24-4, won the Middletown South Tournament, and was third in the Neptune Classic.
Santa Maria is a heavy favorite here.
Reminder to all coaches, outstanding bouts for outstanding wrestler.
Official Nipper just calming the wrestlers down. Santa Maria getting a little over aggressive. Single leg snatch, gets 2.
2 points, takedown, Santa Maria.
Stepping through, turking the leg, getting Edgar to his back. 2-1 counts, no back points given.
Santa Maria is the better wrestler, so if he wrestles his match, he will probably win. Berkovitz is from Ocean Township. Edgar beat him 7-3 in the semifinals to get here. Santa Maria with a 13-2 decision over Montalvo.
Mike Rich, please report to your office.
Edgar works hard for 1, gets hand control and escapes. Edgar shoots in, Santa Maria just drags him by.
Sloppy shot by Edgar. Can't do that against Santa Maria. You will pay for it.
Yes, so the score is 2-1.
Attempted drag by Edgar.
Single shot by Santa Maria. He's going to try to dump Edgar down. He gets 2. 45 seconds left, makes the score 4-1. Edgar coached by the only coach in Toms River East history, your former coach, Warren Reed. Does a great job every year in Class A South, always competitive. Usually brings half his team into the regions every year.
Last year he had a state champ, Andy Chincharik, the second state champion ever for Toms River East, Pat McGrath being the other one.
And in the head coaching slot for Christian Brothers Academy, former Toms River North coach Mike Baldy. He's done a great rebuilding job with Christian Brothers. This year they had their best winning season in the history of the school going back to the 1960s.
It's always a tough spot to be a wrestler at CBA because it's always basketball at that school.
50-50s are being sold by Mr. Fatone. Don't miss out.
First period ends, Santa Maria had 4-1. It'll be Edgar's choice. Edgar's going to defer. Santa Maria takes down. Santa Maria just trying to keep his base till he can get hand control. Stands, whizzer in.
Headlock.
Hits Edgar with a headlock. It's real tight. He's got that elbow crossed over the face of Edgar. He's got plenty of time to work on this. Gains a fall. 24 seconds into the second period, Dave Santa Maria wins a regional championship. On his way to probably the top seed in the state at this weight class. Frankie Edgar finishes second in the region as a sophomore.
Brick Memorial wrestlers and parents.
It's just experience in superior wrestling. That's all that was from Dave Santamaria.
And very powerful for a 130-pounder.
Presenting the awards in the 125-pound weight class is former Southern Regional wrestler Jack Mangione, two-time district and Region 6 champ, and third in the
And
state.
we'll go over the 125 winners. Roy Cho from Freehold Township picks up the third place prize. And then Gary Jones from Southern Regional, the second place winner. And Jeff Beverly is your Region 6 champion with a 9-3 win over Gary Jones.
Handing out the awards for this weight class is assistant coach from Southern Regional, Jack Mangione, former region champ wrestler for Southern.
Second place from Southern Regional, Gary Jones. And the 1998 Region 6 champion at 125 pounds from Point Pleasant Borough, Jeff Beverly.
The next match should be an interesting one.
At 135 pounds, senior Blair Tugman, seated first with a 23-0 record, be wrestling Steve Whitby, a freshman, district champ from Lacey Township, currently 26-3. Tugman won the Middletown South tournament, was first in Neptune.
Lacey Township.
Finished third in the state last year at 119 behind Lacey state champ Russ Witt. And Steve Whitby, as a freshman, his first region final.
Tugman is a four-time district champion.
Tugman gains the first takedown.
Tugman from District 22.
He's the second finalist in the regions this evening for District 22.
Okay.
Both wrestlers are from Middletown, one from Middletown North and Tugman from Middletown South.
Granby roll, escape by Whitby, score 2-1. Whitby had an exciting district last week, defeating two wrestlers in the semis and finals who had beaten him earlier in the season to gain his first title.
Whitby scored a neutral. We've been trying to get organized here.
Again, Tugman counters a shot by Whitby, snapping down, spinning behind.
Tugman beat Jim Sutter on the way to the finals. And Whitby beat Kevin Ickles of Howell. Sutter from Southern Regional, who, by the way, won his consolation bout over Ickles with a pin at 5:14. So Sutter, Jim Sutter, will be going to the States.
Tugman working a hammerlock off to the side. Stalemate called, 32 seconds left, first period, scores 4-1, Blair Tugman. Tugman dumps Whitby back with the Navy ride.
Navy ride.
Picks the inside ankle. Inside of 15 seconds. Just physically dominating Whitby.
Trying to tilt.
Trying to tilt. No count. 2 seconds, no back points given.
All right.
Tugman a little too far back to pick up back points.
It'll be Tugman's choice. He's deferring. Whitby's going to choose top.
Whitby, who chooses the down position.
Chooses down. And again, Whitby gets one, scores 4-2.
4-2 in favor of Tugman.
Tugman snaps down to a front headlock, out of bounds. Fresh start, 1:30 left, second period.
Going from near side.
Again, Tugman just
2 points, Tugman.
blocking Whitby, able to spin behind, makes the score 6-2, 1:10 left, second period.
And we've got
6-3.
Whitby. Brings the score to 6-3 in favor of Tugman.
Low single shot by Tugman. Whitby's good countering with his legs, so if he can scoot a leg in there, he can pick up a takedown. Tugman's got that leg high, though.
Trying to go out the back door. Looks like he does.
And he dumps Whitby down,
Takedown.
8-3. Got the leg turked,
Now trying to put the shoulder over.
trying to figure for the head, but I don't think he'll be able to keep it in bounds.
Whitby able to clear the right arm, stay off his back.
There's 26 seconds left, second period. The score is 8-3. Granby attempt by Whitby. Tugman covers. Whitby gets one. 8-4. 20 seconds left. Look for Tugman to try to score 2 before the period's over.
He has time. Snap down.
Again, a front headlock.
Knew how much time was left, and all he had to do was clear the left arm of Steve Whitby.
This could be Whitby's chance. Tugman's taking down for the third period. If he can get some legs in, he might be able to do some damage.
One thing you have a tendency to do in your head is, when you're in a defensive position, especially in the third period, is try to take a break, or so they say, and ride from the bottom. We'll see if Whitby can do damage from the offensive position.
He's got double legs in. He's going to try to extend Tugman. Work some power halves, quarter Nelsons. Stalemate called. 1:39 left. Blair reversal, head to head. He's got Whitby on his back. Should get another 2.
Tugman bars it up, or he attempts to.
Score up to 14-4.
Scores now 14-4, 1:20 left, third period.
Blair Tugman able to get his weight forward and reverse the position on Steve Whitby.
He's just working that hammer lock, trying to run it through the legs.
Have to keep the hammerlock 90 degrees.
.50 seconds left. Tugman reversing that. Keeping control on Whitby. 35 seconds left.
Looks like he has it in tight.
Potentially dangerous, elbow chicken winged out.
Dangerous there with 32 seconds to go.
Tugman leads 14-4, 32 seconds left in the match. Warning on top stall, warning me on bottom stalling. 15 seconds left. Tugman trying a Torilla. And we're inside 10 seconds. Whitby gets to his feet. He'll get a fresh start with 6 seconds left. Blair Tugman trying to trip Whitby to his back to score. Final score, Blair Tugman wins the 135-pound regional championship by a score of 4-4 over Stephen Whitby of Lacey Township. And there's a break in the action. We'll be back with Adelphia 8, your link to local sports. And wrestling at 140 pounds. Mark Worthy Jr., Central Regional, comes in 31-0 record. State champ 2 years ago, 4th in the state last year. He'll be wrestling junior Nick Catone from Brick Memorial, currently 27-2. Worthy won the Hawk Classic this Christmas and the Neptune Classic. Catone was 2nd at Caldwell and won the Brick Memorial Classic.
Worthy defeated Jack Watson of Point Pleasant Borough to get to the final, and Nick Catone defeated Pete Athens of Ocean Township to get to the final, and Athens won the 3rd place bout, so he'll go to the States.
Okay, Mark Worthy scores with a takedown on the edge. Fireman's carry, comes out the back door, keeps his feet in bounds, leads 2-0.
In the semifinal match, he got off to a slow start, Worthy did, and one of the Ocean County Observer writers, John Earl Livingston, and I were talking about that, and it seems like in a couple of bouts this year, he's gotten off to slow starts.
But he's had the ability to really turn it on in the 3rd period in big matches, and when you get to Atlantic City, that's what's important.
But one thing you might not be able to get away with in the States is getting off to a slow start, because the competition will be that much higher and the margin of error is that much greater.
Worthy warned for stalling, just sitting out on the side. Catone counters with a switch attempt and breaks free for 1. The score is 2-1 with 50 seconds left. 1st period, Worthy front headlock position.
Worthy, the better wrestler on his feet, so you'll probably see a lot of takedowns from him.
Catone played a major part in Brick Memorial's march to the Group 3 state championship. Each match seemed like he drew one of their team's toughest wrestlers and was able to pull out a lot of victories.
Worthy trying to go for a near side cradle, but has not gotten to 2 yet.
Pops his head, gets the 2 with 14 seconds left in the period. Now leads 4-1.
That's experience too. He knew that the period was coming to an end and had to pick up the 2 points.
Okay, after 2
So Mark Worthy leads 4-1 after 1.
4-1.
All 4 seeded district champs in this weight class are juniors. They'll be back banging heads next year. Worthy's down to start the 2nd period. Catone drops on a leg. Mark Worthy extending him, should be able to pick up 1 here.
Scott Goodale of Jackson, please report down by the award ceremony. Scott Goodale of Jackson.
Stalemate called, 1:30 left, 2nd period. Catone drops down on a leg again. Worthy breaks free with 1, making the score 5-1, 1:20 left. Fireman's attempt again, same move he scored with in the 1st period, comes out the back door and gets 2.
I was going to say that was very fast from Worthy, almost finished off the fireman's carry dump, but was able to go back door to finish off the takedown.
Catone trying to Granby out. Worthy covers. Catone trying to set up a Peterson now.
Worthy flattened himself out so he would not get rolled.
50 seconds left. Catone should gain 1 here. Short drag attempt. Should get 1, and he does, making the score 7-2, 45 seconds left. Pat Lynch in the corner for Mark Worthy, head coach Central Regionals, been able to win a few Class B South titles over the last few years. In the opposite corner, Coach Tony Caravella, the only coach Brick Memorial has ever had, and everyone knows how successful the program's been.
Catone, a 2 seed coming in, Worthy, a number 1 seed. Catone, District 23 champ.
Front headlock circling with Worthy behind for 2 more. 9-2 with under 20 seconds left, 2nd period.
You can tell that Worthy is much better on his feet than Catone. He finishes his moves off. And he's very fast. Now he's going for
one-on-one on a bar. Also in the corner for Brick Memorial is two-time state runner-up and All-American for Rider, Jason Nace, formerly wrestled at Point Pleasant Borough. Switch attempt by Catone. Worthy lets him sit out and then counters right back into him, pancakes him down.
Catone never got to his base or never stood up, one of the two, and that's
I think
why
he was surprised he got out so quickly.
3 points, near
Picks
fall.
up near fall, 12-2, 140 left. Quarter Nelson attempt by Mark Worthy, one of the favorite moves of Rich Gilner, who we'll see at 171 pounds.
Worthy lets him up.
Catone gets one, 12-3. Single shot by Worthy.
Workmanlike effort for Mark Worthy today.
We have 1 minute left. Worthy holds a 12-3 lead over Catone. Changing levels nicely. Worthy ducks under Catone, drops him to his back. The score is 14-3. He should pick up back points here. He's got 35 seconds to work for a fall, though.
That was so smooth.
Extends Catone. 25 seconds left. Got the headlock real tight.
It's pretty close.
15 seconds left. Needs to circle the head a little bit. Five seconds left. Catone's going to fight off his back. Worthy will pick up another 3. Wins a major decision, 17-3.
The 17-3 in favor of Mark Worthy.
Mark Worthy came to wrestle this afternoon.
Region 6 championship.
An impressive 17-3 win over Nick Catone, and Catone's no slouch, and that was just an impressive, dominating performance by Mark Worthy.
35-pound award is former Jackson wrestler Scott Goodale.
And on the medal stand for 135.
Two-time region champ and second in the state.
And the 135-pound medal ceremony. Jim Sutter from Southern Regional will pick up the 3rd place prize.
In 3rd place from Southern Regional,
Steve Whitby from Lacey Township picks up the 2nd place prize. And Blair Tugman from Middletown South is your Region 6 champion.
Steve Whitby. And a 135-pound.
And as Steve Whitby receives his medal at 135 pounds, we get set to have his older brother Dennis, the top seed at 145 pounds. Dennis Whitby taking the mat for Lacey Township. He's a junior, 28-0, second in the region last year with a broken hand.
45-pound weight class.
Won the Southern Invitational, the Hawk Classic. He's going to be wrestling Dave Price, a junior from Brick Township High School. Dave has a 21-2 record, won the Hawk Classic up at 152 pounds earlier this year.
Mike Tarantino lost to Whitby in the semifinals, so Whitby moves to the finals today, and Price defeated Mark Falzone of Pinelands to make it to the finals this afternoon. And Tarantino won the consolation bout over Falzone with a pin at 4:56. So Tarantino wrestles next week. Price, the District 23 champ. He's done a good job in this tournament.
Inside knee pick by Whitby, dumps Price to his side. He should get 2 here. He's got to move up on the legs. Scores 2, 1:14 left in the first period. Nice technique on that knee pick. Again, Whitby brothers are both great leg wrestlers. Dennis has got the legs in, loves to work a guillotine.
See if he can turn.
Trying to set up a Chirillo to get some tilt points here. He's got to settle Price back. He's got to count. He's going to have at least 2. And he faces Price, gets 2.
Danley watching the arm there of Price. Make sure it's all right.
37 seconds left. Whitby leads 4-0.
Price counters as Whitby unable to pull Price back.
Whitby going to try to come out the back door, maintain control, or you may stay here for a stalemate. 15 seconds left. Whitby may try to get back points here or just settle in. He got 1 count, 2 on the back.
Quick 2.
Legs in. Score now 6-0. Price may not have realized what kind of danger he was in. Whitby knew where the situation was.
Price was very close to being stacked.
6-0 starting the second period. Coach Panuska from Brick arguing the call, didn't think the count was there. Danley holds up the points, count stands. Price will start the second period down.
And when you talk about Brick Sports, Panuska always comes up. Everybody remembers Pete Panuska when he was playing football for the Dragons in the early 80s.
Then later for Tennessee.
That's right. He actually ran back a kickoff for a touchdown in the Sugar Bowl.
Dennis Whitby doing a good job on top. Trying to work the guillotine. Price very active though, trying to counter out of the legs. Whitby does not want to get too high. Power half in here, really extending Price. He should get it tilt here. He's got it locked up real tight. He may not be able to pin with this though.
Now he'd have to slide that left arm through.
And that power half is in tight. Whitby may step over. He's got 1 minute in the period to hold this.
He lost the arm.
He's got at least 3. It'll make the score 9-0 if Price is able to get back to his base. Again, that power half is in deep.
You may be able to stack him here.
Whitby working really well on top.
Price pinned Tarantino in the District 23 finals, a very surprising outcome.
In the corner for Lacey Township is head coach Frank Magiri. And his assistant, Chris Ferrul, former district champ for Lacey Township. Frank did his high school wrestling at Trenton State, now the College of New Jersey. Or his college wrestling, did his high school wrestling up in Bergenfield. And assisting Panuska at Brick is former Lacey great Matt Opacity, All-American wrestler from Trenton State College. Whitby getting another count here. There's 20 seconds left in the period. It's going to make the score 12-0.
He's pretty close to a pin. He's got to catch that arm, and he didn't.
Wrestlers to look out for in the States in this weight class are returning state champ Leigh Black from Absegami and Nick Harrington from Hunterdon Central.
And the score goes up to 12-0 in favor of Whitby over Mike Price.
And the Absegami wrestler, I saw him at the South Jersey Group 4 playoffs, and he's very good, very good. Does all things well.
Whitby starting third period down, hits a nice switch, covers the legs, reverse 14-0, 1:55 left.
Turns him one more time, the match is over.
It'll be our first tech fall of the night. Potentially dangerous the way the knee was bent. Appears Whitby cramped up a little bit in that position.
We'll check out that right leg, it looks like.
At this time, I'd like to give a note of praise and thanks to the local newspaper writers that cover high school wrestling in the Jersey Shore. They do a great job. John Earl Livingston for the Observer, Fred Siegel and Bill Edwards for the Asbury Park Press. Wrestling in this region is top-notch, one of the best areas in the state. We had 4 state champs last year, potential for 3 or 4 this year. They do a great job covering all the action.
I was talking to those 2 gentlemen, Siegel and Livingston, during the semifinals. They're very knowledgeable.
They help make us look good with all the
Hey.
statistics.
That's right. Very good writers, nonetheless. They perform their craft well.
Okay, the score is 14-0. We're starting with 1:40 left in third period. Whitby on top, legs in. Again, a guillotine attempt. Could possibly step over, hip over into a Jacobs. Get a quick back count here and the match will be over.
That should be it. And he has the opportunity to pin, but he doesn't have to, and he won't.
Dennis Whitby wins the regional championship after finishing second last year with a score of 16-0 tech fall with 1:13 left in the match.
And we'll have our medal ceremony for the 140-pound weight class.
Presenting our awards at 140
Pete
pounds.
Athens of Ocean Township is the 3rd place winner.
Jason Nace, 3-time
Nick Catone from Brick Memorial is the 2nd place winner.
state finalist,
And
Division
Mark
I
Worthy, once again, a Region 6 champion from Central Regional.
in third place.
And wrestling at 152 pounds this evening. Top-seeded Jake Carnes, region champ 2 years ago. Missed the tail end of the season last year with a back injury. Lost some time a little bit this year, but he looks healthy. He looks untouchable. He comes in with a 20-0 record. He was first at the Southern, first in the Brick Memorial Christmas tournament. He's going to be wrestling George Miller, senior, out of Long Branch.
1, 2, 9, 8.
Miller has a 23-5 record, was second in the Neptune Classic, second in the Middletown South tournament.
Now at 152 pounds from Point
Jake
Pleasant,
Carnes had
Jake
to
Carnes
defeat
versus
Ken
Long
Schmidt
Branch,
from
George
Southern
Miller.
Regional with a pin at 303. George Miller beating Ben Schaffner of Brick Memorial to reach the final. Miller had to win 3 matches to reach the final. This Miller, George Miller, was a 3rd place winner at District 23.
Okay, both men shot in, banged heads. Take a few moments to clear their vision, clear their heads. Both wrestlers very physical.
Miller trying to go for those double underhooks there. And an attempted ankle pick now by Carnes.
Winner of the 50-50 was Jane Brown of Stafford Township, one of my neighbors. Okay, and she's taking Mrs. Gilner out tonight.
Beach had their most successful season this year, winning their division for, I believe, the 8th or 9th time in a row, beating their neighbor rivals Point Borough in a dual meet, advancing in both the state and the short conference tournament.
Always a problem with them in the States, in the South Jersey Group 1, is they always have to wrestle Paulsboro to win it. And Paulsboro always wins South Jersey Group 1 and even New Jersey Group 1. And
Okay,
looks
Carnes scored 2 for a takedown. Looks like he may have jammed or injured his fingers or his hand a little bit.
now
Miller, a little bit out of it as well.
looks like he got poked in the eye maybe. That's what they're checking out.
Former Brick Memorial great wrestler Vinny Dalla Cardillo is the head coach
John Stout.
at Long Branch right now.
Ken Schmid was a 10-5 winner in the consolation bout, so he goes on to Red Bank. Carnes trying to trip Miller.
Miller steps out, showing excellent balance. 2-1, 40 seconds left, first period.
Looks like Miller's trying to attempt a dump.
Fifteen seconds left, score still 2-1.
Carnes trying to set up a shot, now he drags by.
And the period ends, Carnes ahead 2-1.
Jake Carnes leads 2-1.
It's going to be Carnes' choice. He takes down. Miller starts second period on top. Works for one quickly. 3-1 Carnes.
Textbook.
Underhook, ankle pick. Carnes gains 2, 5-1.
That was a textbook ankle pick. Caught Miller going one way and was able to pick him going the other.
Carnes trying to stack Miller.
Near
Miller
side,
gets his
blocked.
head down. Carnes reaches over, locks up a tight cradle.
Miller showing some strength there by breaking the hold.
2 points near fall, making the score 7-1. Carnes reacting greatly to that opportunity. Grabbed it in a split second, locked it up, scores 2.
Carnes looks like he was going for the rabbit ride there, but unable to do it.
Warning against Miller for stalling, not trying to get to his base on the bottom. We're inside of 10 seconds at the end of the second period. Carnes will be leading 7-1.
Hey, third period, Jake Carnes leads over George Carnes 7-1.
Vin Dalla Cardillo, I believe, is the head coach at Long Branch now, his first year.
Reminder to all fans, on Tuesday night, these boys and
A
everybody.
lot of young wrestling coaches.
Today,
High crotch single by Carnes,
in the first round
gains him 2, making the score 9-1.
tournament at Red Bank Regional High School.
Coaching for Beach is longtime coach Steve Sass,
Get there early.
and one of his assistants is Dan O'Cone. Point Beach's first region champ and All-American wrestler at Trenton State.
So the score now is 9-1 in favor of Jake Carnes. Would Chuck Moffitt from Beechwood please report to the head table? That's Chuck.
Long Branch, also a school with a lot of tradition. The Scove brothers come to mind.
Carnes lets Miller up for 1, scores 9-2, 1:20 left, third period.
Sam Cole, another great wrestler out of Long Branch. of ironic with Sam Cole. The only state championship he won was the year he did not win the regionals.
Lost in the finals, both in his junior and senior year.
To Brick Memorial wrestler Joe Block in the regional final. That was in 1986.
Carnes scoots behind for 2, 11-2, 35 seconds left.
Carnes doing everything right, another workman-like performance. Showing superiority on his feet.
And 10 seconds left in the match. Jake Carnes will win his second regional championship. Jake Carnes, Point Pleasant Beach, wins his region championship by a score of 11-2.
52-pound regional champion, the comeback kid, Jake Carnes from Point Beach.
And right now we'll have the medal ceremonies for the 145-pound weight class.
Former Lacey wrestler John Sapp, two-time district champion, two-time region champion.
Mike Tarantino from Brick Memorial is your third place winner. Dave Price from Brick Township is the second place winner. And from Lacey Township, Dennis Whitby is your Region 6 champion.
And one of the much anticipated matches of the region, and probably in the future in Atlantic City. Top seeded Brian Muir from Toms River North comes in 29-0 versus Kurt Pellegrino, senior, Point Pleasant Borough, with a 22-1 record. His only loss this year is to Muir by 10-6 in a dual meet 3 or 4 weeks ago. Muir placed 5th, 6th last year in the state at 152, while Pellegrino was finishing second at 145 pounds. Muir won the Southern and the Hawk Classics at Christmas time. Pellegrino was first in the Brick Memorial Christmas tournament.
Muir defeated Ed Smith from Matawan to reach the final, and Pellegrino defeated Rich Ashkar of Middletown South. Ashkar won the third place match, so he will move on to Red Bank.
Nice dump attempt by Muir, takes Pellegrino to his back, tries to get back points, Pellegrino rolls through. And he did pick up 2.
You can feel the intensity in this gym. And now in injury time, sort of shuts the momentum down for Brian Muir.
There's a question on back points here. It seemed like he may have rolled through.
Right now it is 2-0 Brian Muir.
Excellent technique. The dump, duck under into a dump. 2 points do go up on the board. Now the score is 4-0. Pellegrino taking some injury time.
So 2 back points were awarded. Muir coming out like a bolt of lightning on that one.
We mentioned this before in one of our earlier telecasts. Muir's state tournament seemed to start a couple weeks ago. In 1 week he beat Pellegrino, Rick Ashgar, and Ricky Santos from South River, all state ranked.
So Muir could be looking at a high seed going into 160 if he wins today.
Chirilla attempt, no count. Muir trying to hammer lock. Pellegrino rolls through.
Muir very close to back points. Did not get the 2 count, just got the 1, unable to hold Pellegrino for 2 seconds.
Pellegrino is quick, good match sense. It's going to take a lot to catch him. Muir, the second finalist North has had in the regions today. And Pellegrino is Point Borough's second finalist. They have Eamon O'Neill up at 215 as the top seed.
Looks like he's got a half.
He's got it.
Nope.
We're under a minute, first period.
Pellegrino, a state runner-up from a year ago.
Granby attempt by Pellegrino. Muir covers a little slow. Reversal, 2 points. 2-2, 45 seconds left. Again, Pellegrino very quick.
Pellegrino trying to step over.
Warning on top against Pellegrino. He's just holding that arm, staying out to the side. There's 20 seconds left. The score is 4-2. Muir will be down.
I thought they called a stall on Muir.
Hand control, Muir gets 1. 15 seconds left, trying to circle and get 2.
Front headlock attempt, unable to finish it off for the takedown.
5 seconds. And Brian Muir holds a 5-2 lead going into the second period.
5-2 in favor of Brian Muir after a wild first period.
Just going to say, Savage just took the words right out of my mouth there. Wild first period, a lot of action. We expected this from these two wrestlers today.
It's Pellegrino's choice. He deferred, Muir takes down. Hand control coming up, clears his ankles. Pellegrino drops him back down. Cradle attempt by Pellegrino gets high. Muir lifts the inside knee, throws him over his head, reverses out, 7-2.
You can see that from here. Pellegrino just a little too high, and Muir took advantage of it.
That knee got up. Muir was able to throw it over his back. He's got legs in now. 1:30 left, second period. Score 7-2. Guillotine attempt here. Stalemate called on the edge. 1:18 left. Short sit attempt by Pellegrino. Muir trying to snap him back. Pellegrino rolls out. 7-3, out of bounds.
At the halfway mark, the score stands 7-3 in favor of Muir.
Low single attempt by Pellegrino. He's got Muir in a dangerous position. He gets 2. Muir does not want to give up back points. 7-5, 45 seconds left.
Muir very lucky he did not get caught on his back, almost a
Try to
2 count.
hang on that a little too long, lifting that inside knee.
Now he's got a bar. No, he slipped out.
35 seconds left. Muir should be able to score here. He's got at least 1, may drag through for 2. He gets 2, 9-5, 25 seconds left.
Muir able to drag by Pellegrino for the 2.
And Pellegrino, 9-6, 15 seconds left. This sets up the third period to be a real barn burner. Ten seconds left, 9-6 Muir. Pellegrino again in on a single. Muir's got to hold it off for 5 seconds. Trying to extend him, spin behind.
And at the end of the second period,
Pellegrino got a deep shot there, but was unable to finish the move off.
It's Pellegrino's choice. He's going to choose down for the third period.
6, and we still got 2 more minutes. It is to go.
Pellegrino works for one. 9-7.
Rolls into the neutral position. Now we got a 9-7 match. A match Muir was in control of in the first period is now a 2-point bout.
Pellegrino has been very quick and effective on his single shot. Muir's going to have to watch his defense and set up a good shot himself. High crotch single, look to him to switch to a double if possible. Pellegrino trying to lock up the crotch and hold for a stalemate. Actually, if
We got a stalemate.
120 left.
Everything this match.
Front headlock by Muir. Drops in on a low single. He's going to control that, bring it up and dump. Pellegrino tries to elevate. Muir a little too strong to elevate on that.
Pellegrino tried the counter, but Muir kept his weight back and was able to go underneath for the takedown.
11-7 Muir, 55 seconds. Warning against Pellegrino now for stalling.
So each wrestler does have a stalling warning. I thought Pellegrino was warned earlier, but each wrestler has been warned.
Pellegrino tries a tripod out, Granby's. 11-8, 40 seconds left. Both men have to be aggressive. They have a warning. Muir again in on a low single. No control as they go out of bounds. Both men have a warning stalling. You don't want to give up a point in the end of the match with a stalling point. Look for both men to set up a good shot. Takedown here can ice it for Muir. Takedown puts Pellegrino back in it.
Pellegrino would probably have to have back points off the takedown.
Again, high crotch attempt by Muir. 25 seconds left. Pellegrino in on a low single, 15 seconds left. Muir just wants to try to ride this out. Just give up two, don't go to his back. Pellegrino trips, Muir throws in a leg.
No takedown, but it looks like Muir will win it.
Brian Muir wins the regions, 11-8 after finishing second last year. A great match, lots of scoring, what all the fans were looking for.
We said it was a marquee matchup, and it turned out that way. And the capacity crowd gives both wrestlers a standing ovation.
From Tom Zimmerman.
I have a feeling both of these young men will be receiving medals of some color next week in Atlantic City.
152-pound weight class.
And right now we have the 152-pound weight class.
Former region
The
champ,
medal ceremony for that.
State College.
Ken Schmid from Southern Regional is the third place winner. George Miller from Long Branch is the runner-up. And Jake Carnes from Point Pleasant Beach is your Region 6 champion.
From Long Branch, George Miller. And the 1998
How do we call this next match? This is the fourth bout between these two wrestlers. Rich Gilner, senior from Southern Regional, currently at 26-2, against John Fitzgibbon, senior from Lacey Township, 27-3.
Gildner seems like he always finds a way to win matches, and I would expect that he would win this match once again.
In all three of their bouts so far, Fitzgibbon was winning, he was ahead. Gilner found a way to come from behind, winning by pin twice. Gilner was fourth in the state last year, Fitz in on a high double, Gilner stepping over with a whizzer.
And Gildner won last week with a pin at 424 for the District 24 title.
Fitzgibbon's got high with a cradle, Gilner dumped him over his head. Fitz was on his back and that was it. Again, Fitz in on a double. He scored with this last week, and that should be two.
Mike Schapper was the third place winner. He's from Manasquan. And Joe Reyes from Toms River North got the fourth place prize there, if there is a prize, which there really isn't. Fitzgibbon beat Reyes on his way to the final, and Gildner beat Schapper.
2 points. Gilner.
Inside trip by Gilner, 2-2 on a reversal. He throws in a cradle. Fitzgibbon steps out, 3-2.
Fitzgibbon escaped.
Fitzgibbon's in on a double again. Gilner able to step over. If Fitz gets 2, he's got legs in on the edge, makes the score 5-2.
Fitzgibbons looks determined.
I tell you, he's been aggressive, and maybe that's been part of the problem in the past, is over-aggressiveness, and Gilner's taken advantage of it. Potentially dangerous. We have 1 minute left. The score is 5-2, Fitzgibbon. Gilner was up at 189 pounds last year, followed Damian Hahn through districts and regions and placed 4th in the state. Back down at his natural weight, 171. Gilner's only 2 losses are Mike McGinley from Highland Regional, state place winner last year, and Fitzgibbon's only losses this year are to Gilner. 30 seconds left. Gilner trying to step over, inside throw. A tight split scissors here.
You almost turned him over with it.
Gilner switches out, gets 2, making it 5-4, 15 seconds left.
Fitzgibbon just never finished the move off.
Potentially dangerous. Gilner's got great balance, wide hips. He seems to be able to react at the last second and counter. Fitzgibbon trying to score this period to get an escape. Steps through if he can break control. He gets 1 at the buzzer. Makes it 6-4. Fitzgibbons of Lacey over Gilner from Southern.
Very important point for Fitzgibbon.
Fitzgibbon's choice, he chooses neutral.
It only would have been 5-4, but now he's got that margin for error. Now it's a 2-point bout.
By choosing neutral, he's confident on his feet. Let's see if he can take advantage of that and get another takedown. Okay, little mat repair, the mat tape. And a little blood. Looked like the mat tape had kicked up.
Well, Delphi 8's winter sports season will hopefully continue with the basketball next week. We'll see if there's any local teams that will be involved in these sectional finals. So keep an eye and ear out for times for that. Only on Adelphia 8, your link for local sports.
Reminder all coaches, get your
We're in the second period. Fitzgibbons Lacey trying for a dump. He's leading 6-4. Gilner locking in his own cradle, trying to step over. Gets 2. And he turns Fitzgibbons for back points. He should get a 3 count here.
Always finds a way. That was a tight cradle too, and Fitzgibbon fortunate to break out of it.
Gilner's first lead of the match now, 8-6, 1 minute left in the second period. Fitzgibbon working hand control, gets 1, maybe a quick 1. Gilner shot in, got the 2, now leads 10-7.
Gilner wrestling a much better second period. Looks a little more fluid there for Gilner. Looks a little more smooth on his when he's in the neutral position. Looks like a blood timeout for Rich Gildner. On deck might be the best wrestler in the state pound for pound. That's Damian Hahn, he's on deck.
We have 43 seconds left. Rich Gilner ahead 10-7. Fitzgibbons gets an escape. 10-8, 20 seconds left.
You're in a wizard position.
Wants to try to limp arm out of that. A takedown here for Fitzgibbons could tie it going into the third period. Gilner in on a low single, catches Fitzgibbons walking in. 12-8,
That's
Gilner.
all it was, momentum. Good period for Rich Gilner, 6-point swing. So he's up 4.
And he gets to start the third period down. If he can avoid a Fitzgibbon cradle, he should be in good shape. Fitzgibbon tries to bring him to the mat. Good hips. Gilner catches him coming down, reverses. 14-8, going for back points.
Fitzgibbon got slop in the offensive position. His weight was too far forward and Gilner caught him.
Gilner's got that arm trapped. He's just going to sit there. He's got 1:20 to work this.
Trying to stretch that right arm. And
Gets a fall with 1:18 left in the match. Again, Rich Gilner comes through, pinning John Fitzgibbons for the region title at 171 pounds.
Getting our awards in the 160-pound weight class is former Brick Memorial wrestler Nick Angus, two-time district champ, region champ, and two-time New Jersey.
And the 160-pound weight class, the medal ceremonies for that. Rich Ashkar from Middletown South is your third place winner. Kurt Pellegrino from Point Pleasant Borough is the runner-up. And Brian Muir from Toms River North is your Region 6 champion.
In third place from Middletown South, Rich Ashkar. In second place from Point Pleasant Borough, Kurt Pellegrino. And the 1998 Region 6 champion at 160 pounds from Toms River North, Brian Muir.
So Brian Muir takes home the brackets. He can hang them up on his wall. He's earned it.
We enter the 189-pound match now. Top-seeded defending state champion Damian Hahn, a junior. 30-0 going against Anthony Genex, 26-3, senior from Toms River East.
Damian Hahn from Lakewood.
Damian, first in the Neptune Classic, first in the Hawk Classic. Anthony Genex, first in the Middletown South tournament, first at Neptune. These two did not wrestle in the district last week. Genex lost to Muhammad Abdullah in the semifinals, was able to avenge that loss in today's semifinals so that he could gain a final match against Hahn.
Bill Palmisano from Brick Memorial beat Muhammad Abdullah 2-1 in the consolation bout. So Palmisano will move on to the state tournament. Genex, I tell you, he did a very good job against Abdullah. 14-5 he won in that semifinal and was that dominant. He was that dominant against Abdullah, I was surprised.
Abdullah had won their first two meetings this year in the dual meet and in the district semis.
Genex, he turned Abdullah twice, and I didn't think he could ever turn Abdullah, but he did. He was very good on his feet. And one thing that I was talking to John Earl Livingston about, or he was telling me actually, was that it was important for Genex to win because now he avoids Hahn in that second round of the state tournament, whereas Palmisano wins that first round, he would have to go against Hahn. So Genex would have to meet the Region 5 champion if he wins that first round matchup.
Hahn scores the first points of the match with a high crotch single, switch to a double. He's got legs in on Genex, 56 seconds left.
Hahn pinned Bill Palmisano at 5'11" in the semifinals.
After leading 27-13.
It was a takedown clinic.
One point, Genex, neutral.
Genex gets one for an escape. 2-1, 32 seconds left, first period.
So 3 of the District 24 wrestlers from this weight class made the semifinals. Nice dump.
Fireman's by Han scores 2, 4-1. And he lets him up, confident on his feet.
As well he should be. Another fireman's carry. That one was a complete
It's
one.
going to keep him inside on the edge. 5 seconds left, scores now 6-2.
The other takedown was more of a dump. That was a complete fireman's carry by Han. You rarely see that. You have to have good speed and good leverage to do that.
And we'll start the second period. It's Han's choice. He defers. Herring takes top. Han will be down. Granby attempt by Han. Jin X covers the hips. You have to go out there to wrestle when you're wrestling someone like Han, even though you may not know precisely what you can do to stop him. Han
Just have to
gains
try your best moves.
Give it your best shot. Han gains a reversal, scores 8-2 now. He's going to let him up with a freestyle start. Make the score 8-3.
1 point escape, Jin X.
Han is state runner-up his freshman year.
He had 2 losses going in. Oh, front headlock. Sits through. No points though. He had 2 regular season losses his freshman year that he avenged through the state tournament until his loss of 2-1 in the finals.
And that was to a defending state champ, if I'm not mistaken.
Jin X controlling Han now in a front headlock.
Jin X trying to stay square. And now a stalemate's called.
Dan Lee stops it. Fresh start. Han trying to roll through with that front headlock, slips off. Jin X doing a good job keeping a base, staying square.
That's what you have to do, is stay square. Anytime the opponent has the angle, he has the edge.
34 seconds left. Little injury time for Jin X.
So Jin X and Han both taking a break right now.
And all you champions, stay dressed. We want a nice team picture.
Looks like Jin X is just about ready to go, maybe. Thought he was for a second. Yeah, but Gildner showed a lot of resiliency in that last matchup. He was down early, and once again shows that he's the superior wrestler.
Okay, we're ready to start the action again. There's 34 seconds left in this period. High crotch single by Han. Jin X fighting it off. Lift into a double, bring him down under control. 2 takedown. Han driving for some back points. He traps Jin X. He's going to get a count. He's got 5 seconds left. He gets 2 more, makes the score 12-3 as the second period ends.
And the score after 2 periods, Damian Hahn leads Anthony Ginnick 12-3.
Hahn's been that dominant. 12-3, he leads. Ginnick's probably happy he doesn't have to wrestle him all the time. He didn't have to wrestle him earlier because Hahn was up a weight class at 215 earlier in the season.
Basically, Hahn moved up to 215 or heavyweight to get the best, their most competitive match against that team's opponent.
And he's 30-0, so he passes with flying colors.
There were a number of wrestlers in the Ocean County area that were undefeated till they did meet him. The top seed at 215, Eamon O'Neill's only loss this year is to Hahn. The third place finisher at 215, Portali from Southern, also lost a match to Hahn.
Hahn trying to dump, but unable to finish, and now they're in a wizard.
Hahn tries to step into a bear hug, but Ginnick blocks, and they're out of bounds. There's 1:18 left. Score stands 13-3 in favor of Damian Hahn.
The third of 3 East wrestlers in the final. Vinny Pedalino, the only region champ.
Nice duck under by Hahn behind. He's got to bring him down for control. 15-3. 1 minute left. Lets
Hahn
him
looks
up.
like to let him up.
15-4. Hahn has an extensive Greco-Roman wrestling career going as well, so upper body doesn't intimidate him.
Nice duck.
Duck under again, captures the leg. Ginnick is able to sprawl out though.
Well, he
Hits
goes
a
right,
duck under the other side,
goes right to it.
and he's got a deep half in. He's going to try to go head to head here, keep Ginnick in bounds, and just squeeze on a body lock. Score is 17-4 right now.